She Creature 2001. She Creature is a 2001 television horror film written and directed by Sebastian Gutierrez and starring Rufus Sewell, Carla Gugino, and Rhea Kilstead. It is the first in a series of films made for Cinemax that pay homage to American International Pictures films. The films in this homage series reuse the titles of older American International Pictures films, in this case the 1956 film The She Creature, but are not remakes of the earlier films. This film was shot in 18 days. Plot. In 1905 Ireland, two fairground workers, Angus Shaw and his infertile wife, Lily, are at a circus show featuring natural phenomena. At that moment, a wild man is appearing who seemingly gets out of control and nearly kills Angus despite him begging for his life. However, a beautiful voice is heard and this calms the wild man. He goes in search of the voice and encounters a mermaid. All the spectators follow the show and are amazed to see the almost naked woman seducing the wild man. Angus orders everyone to leave and closes the illusionist show. However, an old man leaves with a smile on his face. Afterwards, Lily changes and returns to the pool to meet Mr. Woolrich, who explodes in anger and accuses her of being a fraud and a swindler. Angus enters the scene and the old man becomes even angrier. Later his anger turns into tears that seem provoked by disappointment. Angus explains that what he is presenting is only an illusion and they offer to take him home. At the old man's house, he buys them a drink and babbles tales of documented sightings of mermen and mermaids. He explains that they can take human form during the full moon. But Angus and Lily have to leave, and Mr. Woolrich asks if they believe him. Lily sees his distressed face and tells him she does. The old man is overjoyed and invites them to see something he owns. Despite Angus's bad temper, who wanted to leave, they go and are amazed to see a huge pool, reinforced with iron, and inside a woman half human and half fish, a mermaid, a large tail with divergent fins, not the simple one seen in paintings where a simple fish tail can be seen. Angus immediately tries to propose something, but he doesn't even begin when the old man interrupts him. He reveals that he captured her during his time as an admiral and murdered his wife. Woolrich warns Angus not to use her as a freak show and that he only lived to see her die. It was his privilege and it wouldn't be taken away from him. He revealed that his wife had crazy rumors, such as dreams of possession, that she could walk, and that she murdered. Nothing was believable until he found her dead at the hands of that horrendous being. Angus and his colleagues Bailey and Gifford break into Woolrich's house at night, but are discovered. During the fight, Woolrich dies of a heart attack, allowing Angus and the crew to kidnap the mermaid and bring her aboard their ship. Lily is opposed to the idea. During the voyage to America, the mermaid seems to take a liking to him. Lily begins to suffer from seasickness, which causes her to leave the table one night when the captain tries to engage her in conversation. The captain claims that this means she's pregnant, but Angus assures him that it isn't. Lily is harassed by a drunken sailor when she goes to her cabin. Miles was Lily's client during her time as Mary Ann, a prostitute. She swindled several clients and is now well known. At night, she suffers prophetic nightmares. The mermaid is found tangled in the ship's nets after trying to escape. Upon returning to her tank, she spits out Miles's ring, leading Lily to realize that she killed and devoured him as a favor. She tries to explain this to Angus, but he doesn't believe her. Here Lily confesses that she hasn't told him about her dark past, telling him that she's been with many men and done bad things. Angus only replies that all that matters to him is who she is now and what she did before him isn't important, adding that he's also done questionable things. He later admits that they kidnapped the mermaid instead of buying her and that they didn't intend to kill Woolrich. A huge commotion ensues here, as upon finding the mermaid, the crew, including the captain, become extremely angry and want to eliminate her. Angus defends her and negotiates with the captain, offering him cash to distribute even among the crew. The crew is extremely paranoid because Miles's body has never been found. The mermaid possesses Lily while she and Angus are making love, and Lily attempts to kill him. Lily comes to. Worried that the mermaid will harm her further, Lily attempts to free her, but is caught by Bailey, who is then killed by the mermaid. Worried for his wife's sanity, Angus locks her in her room. Lily realizes that she is pregnant, despite her infertility. She reads the diary of the late Mrs. Teresa Woolrich, which confirms her concern that the mermaid grants fertility by possessing women during sex. She escapes and encounters the terrified mermaid, now in human form due to the full moon. Lily comforts her, but they are caught by the crew just as she passes out. When she comes to, she explains to Angus that she is pregnant, but he dismisses this as a symptom of her illness. The crew furiously harasses the mermaid before Angus intervenes. The crew wants to harm her and see her suffer, which may include committing forced acts. Gifford, an associate of Angus's, tries to defend her, but the captain shockingly prevents him, telling him that his crew has a right to the loot. Angus arrives at that moment, as the captain even prevented him from going after it. Angus and Gifford discuss the situation with Captain Dunn, who confesses that the mermaid forced him to do reprehensible things, implying that's why he wanted to see her suffer. Angus and Gifford take him to his office, where he takes his own life. A storm brews, and a sailor tells Angus that there are several islands that shouldn't be on the way to New York. Angus remembers Mr. Woolrich's tales and immediately pulls out his map. He realizes that the captain has strayed from the path and led them to the mermaid's home, the Forbidden Islands. The crew realizes that their captive has taken control of the ship and led them off course. The mermaid reveals her true monstrous form as the queen of the lair and her intention to feed her people to the rest of the crew. The crew fights her off, but everyone is killed, eliminated one by one except for Lily, who is saved. But this does not prevent Lily from experiencing moments of terror, because the mermaid's real appearance is truly horrendous, a giant being, with large needle-shaped teeth, with a kind of fins on the sides of its face and above all, enormous, sharp claws. 2 weeks later, Lily is rescued by the crew of a passing ship. Out of respect for the mermaid, she refuses to answer their questions. The crew repeatedly insisted, but she said nothing. Upon arriving in New York, she was also questioned by authorities and the press, but she fell for it. She said she did it out of respect for her, but perhaps it has to do with the fact that she would have more trouble revealing the truth than hiding it. Lily lives peacefully with her daughter, whose eyes resemble the mermaid's, and says she's sure she'll see her again someday. Reception. On the review website Rotten Tomatoes, the film has a score of 38% based on reviews from 8 critics, with an average rating of April 7, 10. She Creature has received mixed reviews. Maitland McDonough of TV Guide gave it 3 out of 5 stars, calling it surprisingly imaginative, praising the performances, creature design, and claustrophobic setting. Arrow in the Head gave it a 7/10, opining, the many amazing performances also help make the fantastical premise even more captivating. Add to that some solid special effects courtesy of Stan Winston Studios, superb cinematography, a couple of intense scares, and some stylish direction, and you have a very compelling horror proposition. David Nazaire of Real Film Reviews gave it 1.5 out of 4 stars, calling it cheesy. Nazaire criticized the film's first hour for being lame, writing, "The only thing we really want from this movie is a brutal siren killing a bunch of people. But we don't see that until the last 15 minutes. In my opinion, this is the best mermaid movie I've ever seen." I was incredibly surprised to learn it was a made-for-TV movie, but the cast is terrific. I thought the plot was good, it had mystery, intrigue, and a fair amount of fantasy. The cuts aren't detailed because it's clear they were censored for a TV movie. I think that's what critics can't express, and that's why they didn't like it. I hope you'll give me your comments and likes. Bye.